Mytica, a land of 3 kingdoms. Limeros, with its Spartan inhabitants and icy landscape in the north. Pelagia, the poor nation, her fields left barren after years without Elementia. The Middle Kingdom, and Auranos, the land of prosperity in the south. Mytica, a land of love and war. Mytica, a land of long-forgotten magic. Mytica, a land of falling kingdoms. After years of peace, the Pelagians and Lemurians, enraged at the injustices and atrocities being committed by their southern neighbors, goaded beyond constraint by the fact that while their people suffer, the Auranians want for nothing, unite to take the fertile lands in the south for themselves. Besides the politics and treacheries unfolding beyond its borders, there is tumult within Auranos. Amelia, the heiress to the throne, is deathly ill. None of the doctors can do a thing to save her, and if she dies, that leaves the country in anarchy. In a world crumbling around them, 4 stand against the tides of chaos. The Princess.
Cleo, raised as the younger daughter of the Iranian king, was pampered and adventurous, troublemaking, never as good as her sister, the heiress to the throne. Then everything changed on a trip to Pelagia, where she first saw the nature of the world. Now she is forced to embark on a journey to find Elementia, the magic of Mytica, a magic long thought extinct, a magic that is the only hope for her sister.
The Rebel. Jonas, oppressed since birth by the deal his king made 100 years ago, finally reaches the limit of his rage when his brother and best friend is murdered by the Iranian princess and her pet lord. His unfaltering determination leads him to become a leader of a revolution hundreds of years in the making, a revolution that may turn the tides and give him a chance to take revenge. The Sorceress.
Lucia, stolen from her home at birth and adopted into the Lemurian royal family, is beginning to discover her power, the truth of her past, and the legacy left to her by her ancestors. She holds the power of the world in the palm of her hand. If only she hadn't killed the one person who could teach her how to use it. As the war takes shape, she begins to wonder what she really means to her father, the King of Blood. Is she the beloved daughter his wife could never birth, or just the means to defeat an old nemesis?
The Heir. Magnus was raised to be aggressive, brutal, and ruthless. He is set to replace his father and lead Limeros. But how will he rule? By gaining the love and trust of his people like his grandfather, or through violence and fear like the King of Blood? He is torn, and through all this, he is also falling in love. A forbidden love no one must know of, especially not Lucia, his sister. In the sea of confusion, betrayal, and deceit, one will rise above the others. One will discover Elementia and save Mytica, uniting it under one banner, or they will bring it to its knees trying.
Thomas reached out to Cleo, as if begging her to help. He tried to speak, but he couldn't. The blade was lodged too deeply into his throat. He would never speak another word. The blood that gushed unstoppably from his mouth grew deep around him, and swiftly formed a bottomless crimson lake. Cleo was drowning in blood. It washed over her, coating her skin, choking her. "Please! Help! Please!" She struggled to reach up into the freezing air above the thick, hot blood. A hand grasped hold of hers tightly to pull her above the surface. "Thank you!"
Don't thank me, princess. Beg me not to kill you.
Her eyes widened as she looked up into the face of the murdered boy's brother. Jonas Aguilon's features were deeply etched with grief and hatred. Dark brows drew together over mahogany-colored eyes.
Beg me.
He said again, digging his fingers painfully into her flesh, hard enough to bruise. "Please don't kill me. I'm sorry. I didn't want your brother to die. Please don't hurt me."
But I want to hurt you. I want you to suffer for what you've done.
He shoved her back down. She shrieked as the murder boy himself took hold of her ankle and began pulling her down.